Alright, welcome back. I'm Heather, Zone 7B-ish from Central Virginia, and today I am going to be working on the 7-tier leaf Greenstalk. I have sure crop strawberries growing in here, different ages, from mature plants to little seeds that have been growing all summer. This top layer is just baby beets and some beautiful celosia. We're going to go relocate this tier. I'm going to relocate all of the sure crop strawberries. I'm going to remove all of the thyme. I tried several years to grow thyme with my strawberries in this container, in this vertical planter, but it just takes over and blocks the light. No more thyme. If I do thyme, what I'm thinking, bottom layer, just thyme, only thyme, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe just 5 solid tiers of strawberries, or 6. I may make this strawberry as well, or leave these open for lettuce. Kind of thinking about that, at least for now, at least for this fall. Lettuce, the rest strawberries, because what I'm going to do is take those sure crop, relocate them. They're not going to be in this Greenstalk anymore. What I'm going to do is I have seascape strawberries. So I can divide this original plant from last fall into multiple plants, and then I have little babies. Little baby seascape strawberries that I could put into the tiers. And I think that's, oh, and we've got runners. So we've got some runners down here too. So that's my plan. Seascape into the Greenstalk. Sure crop will go, I am thinking, going to plant them with my figs. So I'm going to put some plants around the bottom of the fig. Strawberries and figs are actually a good companion. I doubt if I could fit any in this container. Don't worry, we will figure out where to put those strawberries. I also have a collection of sure crop strawberries growing here in my side driveway garden area, and probably could bring some of those sure crops to this area as well. I kind of use them as a cover crop here, and they just kind of spread on their own. But definitely there's some holes I could fill in, and maybe I'll put some on the back side there as well. But look, I just picked up, this is indigo rose. It is the first one that's almost completely black. Isn't that beautiful? And this is where I'm thinking about putting the flamingo celosia in between the 2 zebra grasses. I will trim them up after the plants acclimate. I'll give them maybe, let's say, 4, 5, 6 weekish or so days to recover from the transplant. And then I will trim up the extra leaves here on the grass. But if I leave the grass for about a week, it'll give some shade to those plants as they're trying to recover from that transplant shock. They are fully developed plants, and it could be a little rough on them because it's been kind of dry here. But we are going to get some rain from a hurricane, so they will stay nice and moist to help recover from that transplant shock as well. So I'm going to dig a nice couple big holes right here, and we will transplant. Take my transplanting shovel and just go straight down, and I will be able to lift entire section from the tier easily without disturbing too many roots in the process. And then I will just go pop these in the holes that I already dug, and I put lots of water in there. Alright, there's the first section. I'm going to take one more, and I've been able to find a bunch of little babies that I could probably do something with. And this one I think I'm going to leave in the backyard because I really do like it, and there are a couple over here volunteered. Maybe I'll keep a little patch of them right there because they are so pretty. I absolutely love them there. That looks beautiful. So pretty. Got some little bitty lettuce starts. I'm going to clean this up. Now that we've got that celosia gone, plant the lettuce. That'll be our top tier. And then we need to get all of those strawberries taken out all of the time and get those new strawberries planted, fertilized, watered. My Greenstalk nemesis, the slugs. So each level will get treated with diatomaceous earth. I'm also going to open each one up to sun because they will come up to the surface, the slugs, and then I'll just take them and I'll go throw them into the woods. Roly-polies have also been a huge issue this year. They don't like the sun either. Yeah, put some diatomaceous earth, and I always put mosquito bits in my Greenstalks too because they tend to stay very damp, and we have a huge mosquito problem here. You can see where a bird tried to build a nest. I have like 2 or 3 different nests in my Greenstalks this year. Not happy about it, but what can you do? I do love the birds though. They help me out a lot with pest. This time is gorgeous. It smells so good, but it is very invasive for me here in my Zone B, 7B, almost 8 garden. So we're going to take it out. I'm going to put it somewhere and just use it as ground cover very carefully because I have had issues where this actually takes over and robs nutrients from surrounding plants. But it will come out. No more with the strawberries. Alright, so I just found a caterpillar. Do not know what type. I'll take some pictures in Google Image. He's kind of creepy looking. Yeah, I do have a thing about caterpillars. I do not like to touch them. Sometimes they just gross me out just looking at them. I know they become beautiful things. I know that. It's just something about them. So, not sure where I'm going to put this little guy. I'm thinking, what if he's already went into his little mold to start making a cocoon? He's not moving. I'm going to put him in something. So he just kind of rolled and fell, so he is moving. But he looks very, very lackadaisic. Yeah, I think maybe he's in his winter going underground mode. Maybe he thinks he's underground in the Greenstalk. He's going to make his little cocoon. I need to figure out what to do with him immediately. I was collecting slugs to go run to the woods when I'm done, and they are climbing out of this glass jar and hiding. So when I'm done, I'll just lift this pot up, gather them all, and take them to the woods. The caterpillar is in the shade with some soil. I may just put him back in my pot after I figure out what it is to make sure it's not a pest. The farther we go down in the Greenstalk, the more scary things get. You can see that giant, that's a big slug. That is a big slug. Lots of them, lots of creepy crawlies. I see a millipede, I see roly-polies, I see lots of slugs. So I'm going to clean this up. Alright, so I gave the big fig here a thorough soaking. I'm going to put down some fertilizer. Pruning will happen in the winter when this is dormant. We cannot do it right now, but I do want to trim up this wildly growing fig tree. It's too tall. We're going to trim it up. We're going to make a lot of cuttings, but that's another day in the winter. But for now, fertilizer, more soil, because you can see some roots there, and then we're going to plant all the way around with strawberries. I did have lavender. You can see it's there. I have a hard time keeping lavender alive in the summer. It's dead. So we're going to put the strawberries down, but lavender is a great companion for figs, for future reference. So let's get those strawberries moved over to the fig tree. So I put about 4 to 5 smaller strawberry plants in these 2 containers. I tried to start some, what was it? Garden phlox from bare root. Never took. So these containers have been sitting here empty, but very moist. I did put some fertilizer in there, watered it really well, and put the plants in. You can see the root, the crown, actually, is what I meant to say, is not very deep. You do not want to bury your strawberry crowns deep. So those guys can just sit there. 4 to 5 is kind of a lot, but some may die from this transplant. And, you know, if just 3 make it, that'll be a perfect amount for that little pot come next spring. So what I've been doing is pulling these plants out, pulling off anything dead, leaves, these old structures here, and checking the root, then dumping them down here in the water to soak. And then we're going to take all of these and plant around that fig tree. And these guys are done. They have been watered very, very well. I'm going to go into the garage and find some of my easy straw. I'm going to top the whole soil level with easy straw, dampen it, And that'll help protect this fig over winter as well, to keep it insulated. And as soon as these strawberries grow in, that will also be an extra insulation for this fig tree, which is sensitive to frost. And you have to baby them a little bit. I'm about done. I have a nice collection of plants that I am donating to someone who would like to start a strawberry patch of their own. And so what I'm doing, I'm keeping it simple for them. They've never grown strawberries, so I'm only giving them the plants that look healthy, that have foliage and a nice root. Not giving them any of the runners, like this. That is just a runner that's growing off of this plant. So what I'm doing is breaking these off, bringing that over here. This is kind of like a hodgepodge where the soil stays nice and damp. And I'm just kind of sticking this crown that has no root down into the soil that's wet to grow some roots over the next week or so. And then I can go relocate these out front to the right of my driveway, where I've got a bunch of sure crop strawberries growing already. I know, leave it. All right, so right now, after I check the spinner, make sure the wheels were working well, that there was no blockage, clean the bottom and the top. I'm going to rotate the tiers around. This was the top tier, now it's going to be the bottom. I'm just kind of going through, looking for anything like nuts that the squirrels have planted, any strawberry roots that I missed. And then we're going to put some diatomaceous earth down in here and some slow release fertilizer. I'm also cleaning each water tray between each tier as well, to make sure those little holes are not blocked and that the water can flow freely. Since this was the top tier initially, and because the bottom tier usually gets all of the good water and fertilization, I didn't put any fertilizer in this tier since it was the top, but I did put the diatomaceous earth. So yes, when I do a major Greenstalk project like this, I take the time to go through each tier, check on all the parts, make sure that I'm putting that diatomaceous earth and mosquito bits down, some slow release fertilizer, and checking the drainage with the little watering disc, because you can see the holes are tiny. They're so super tiny. Now, it is a pain to pick these tiers up because they are heavy. They're really heavy when it's the big tier, but the leaf, it's okay, but it still hurts my back a little bit. But this is an important step, so I do it because it does help. I do wish I had ordered a different color Greenstalk. I would definitely recommend getting a darker color because mine always looks so gross. We are getting closer, yay. And this is the fertilizer I am using on this particular day. I just use whatever I can find that's natural and or organic. This is a 552, which is very similar to what berry plants need. So I feel great using that. There's my diatomaceous earth in there. We've got 2 more layers, and then we can start dividing these strawberry plants and relocating the little babies. Doesn't that look incredible? I have a fresh Greenstalk, kinda, I mean it looks dirty, but ready for planting. It's been fertilized, taken care of some pest issues, and now I can relocate the strawberries. Now I do have a major mess to clean up, and then we're gonna do strawberries. We're gonna plant lettuce on top, and I'm thinking about doing like a dwarf cilantro on the bottom tier. One important tip I forgot to mention, you noticed I did not water these tiers when they were on the deck because it would have made them so heavy to pick up. They were still already mostly moist, and I didn't want to add that extra water weight. And I did treat them with the diatomaceous earth. I'm going to wait probably until tomorrow, give it 24 hours for the bugs to crawl through the diatomaceous earth, and then tomorrow I will definitely water. I think I'm okay to go ahead and transplant. It's kind of cool right now. The soil is still kind of moist, and I think they'll be okay. Pour one super cute orange viola into just one pocket, and then with the other 5 pockets I will put 2 lettuce starts in each pocket. So we'll have 10 total of the lettuce, and one little cute viola here on the top. And then I'll go get the seeds for the dwarf lemon cilantro. I will say that is one that has more of that soapy taste, but it's still pretty and it smells good and it helps with pests. Oh, super cute. I think they look adorable. So this was salad bowl blend. I think it's mostly going to be romaine. It looks like this might be like an oak leaf or some kind of frilly red lettuce, but the other ones really look like romaines. Now I did pinch off all the lower leaves that looked rough, and I did soak the trays with some water before I put them in here, because remember, we're going to wait 24 hours before I water. Some of the strawberry babies are so microscopically small, like these guys, but some are a little bit more developed. So I am going to dust these really well with the diatomaceous earth to protect them tonight, because they would be like candy to the slugs, because they're nice little delicate seedlings. I ran out of babies, so I found this. This is an old strawberry from the same plant. I'm going to squish the seeds into these 2 pockets and hopefully get a bunch of little babies, because that is how I got these. All right, moving right along. We're going to work on the runners. So you can see the main plant. There's actually several that have multiplied in here that I can divide, but they put off the runner that will be a whole new plant. So we will make the next level runners. This one has a decent amount of roots already trying to develop, so I'm just going to stick it into the soil, but not bury the crown completely, just bury the roots. And remember, tomorrow we're going to water really well, but I think it'll be okay just until tomorrow, right there. And after tomorrow, I'll make sure those roots are buried, but the crown is high. Right now the crown's a little bit low because I don't want it to fall out. It is giving me pause that there is still fruit in production on this plant, but I really want to get this project done, and it's for the good. I mean, next year this plant will be so much happier, healthier, and have space to grow more on the Greenstalk. So I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to pinch all the fruits and flowers. So it looks like I can probably divide this into 5 or 6 plants. Unfortunately, I did not have as many runners as I thought, so we're going to have a lot of empty spots, and that's okay. Eventually these babies will get bigger and I can relocate them, or I can move some of the runners next year, or when it starts putting off new growth in the spring, to some of these empty pockets. No. Let's wait about 12, 16, 24 hours, and I'm going to water everything well. Keep it moist for a week or 2 to get these roots to take hold in these runners. And yeah, I think it looks really good. I know it looks like a lot of diatomaceous earth, but I had a lot of slugs. If you accidentally get some on some leaves of a plant you think a pollinator may come by and visit because there are flowers, just rinse it off really well. So that's what I'm going to do with this bean leaf, because I've accidentally got just a wee bit over there, and I don't want to hurt any of the pollinators. And I think I changed my mind on that cilantro. I really need parsley in my pantry, and I think what I might do, since I have 2 empty tiers at the bottom, is grow parsley. So that'll be 6 times 2, 12 pockets of parsley I could grow, and then I'll dry the parsley and put it into the herb cabinet. And this is the parsley that I'm going to use this year in the Greenstalk. 2 whole tiers. I'll probably put about 2 to 3 seeds per pocket. And this will be a great parsley for winter, because this is very cold tolerant. And because these are raised up out of the ground, it's a small pocket, small amount of soil around the roots. I wanted something really, really frost tolerant. And hopefully I'll have parsley all winter, and I can harvest and dry that for future use as a dried herb. One more tip with your Greenstalk. Always check to make sure each level engages at every junction, because you want it to be level and you don't want it to tip over and fall. Hope you guys are having a great gardening week, and I'm going to get the diatomaceous off of this flower, or you know what I might do, I might just pinch that flower off to be safe. Anyways, hope you're having a great gardening week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.